Alright, it is Saturday morning. We're getting right after it here. We're doing an oil change on the 7290, and we have to do it on the 624 payloader too. We have to change out a spherical bushing on that cylinder rod on that left hand side. We got a little something over across the road there to look at. What year's your truck, Andrew?
91.
That 90 Andrew just got his truck out of storage. It's a 91 Dodge. What is that, a 3/4 or a 1 ton?
1 ton.
Is it a 1 ton? And it's got that Cummins diesel engine in it, right? Yeah. You know what makes that thing look so good?
What's that?
The Ford sitting next to it. That's what makes it look so much better. I should take my old Chevys over there too and park it next to them. It'd look even better, you know? Yeah, it's got Fitzy's truck parked next to it there, so we'll have to go over there in a little while and take a peek at it, you know? Diesel power, right, boys?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I noticed this cylinder wandering a little bit. Why don't you jump up in there and pull that back just a little bit, take a little bit of pressure off of that. And we'll have to pull this pin and knock that, pull that bolt, knock this pin out, and we'll have to take that spherical bushing out of the end of this rod. All right, I'm gonna knock this bolt, this 1/2-inch bolt out, Joe, and we'll throw that pin out of there. And then I'll have to probably put it back down again, take this pin out here, get this cylinder laying crossways, and we can knock that spherical bushing out, or bearing out of that cylinder end. All right, how is that? That's a little chewed up. She is a little chewed up. So, crap. We're going to have to see if we can find another.
Did you weld this one?
No, it's just all freaking, watch it working with that. So, we're going to have to see if we can find some 2-inch material. Joe has got this out of there. I've got a spherical bushing here. And we'll have to pull this cylinder out, lay it across the frame here, and pound that bushing out. Hopefully it didn't kill the rod. So, why don't you... All right, what we have going on here is we have a pin that is just wore to hell. I've got some more material here, and I've got to drill a hole into it and cut it to length. So we're going to drill a 1/2-inch hole in the pin, and then we're going to drive that back in with a new spherical bearing. All right, we've got a hole center marked in the rod. And then I ended up tack welding the rod to the bench so that it doesn't move around on us. And we're gonna go ahead and drill this out, and then we'll cut this at 14 inches or a little better than that, and get it setting into place here. Alright, we've got our rod all polished, all 14 inches of it. We're going to slap that in there and make sure the hole in the center of it lines up. Looks like we got that pretty straight. We're going to set that in there, and then we can knock our spherical bearing into the rod end, and we can see if that works. Alright, this is the actual cylinder rod end here. We have not removed anything from this. This is the spherical bearing itself, and it looks like we're going to be able to just, there should be a snap ring groove for this, but there's not. So we're just going to pound this in there best we can, and then there's no way it can come out because of the distance here. We're gonna have to replace this rod end, unless we can get just this to go in there and tack weld it, and maybe it'll be all right. All right, we've got the spherical bearing in there. It is very ugly looking, but it looks like it's gonna work. Okay, new spherical bearing is in, new pin is in, we're bolted here. This is the bolt I'm talking about. You've seen this before, haven't you? They should have put it over here. There's not enough room to get frickin' impact on there. There's no other way to hold that pin in, so we managed to cobble it every time we put it in there, but it's freaking stupid. It should have been right there. So somebody read the drawing wrong or something. So Joe is getting these greased, and we're gonna pull the telehandler in next. So all right, we got this all back together. Keep going. It's all back together the way it should be, and we should be good for another 100 miles. All right, back down. She's got some hours on it. Okay, go out again with it. Go back. Yeah. Okay, all right, unhook it so he can get that one zerk. Okay, this is the moment I've been waiting for a couple months now. Andrew bought this truck. When did you buy it, Andrew?
It was about January.
January. And it's been in winter storage until the roads got good. It is a 1991 3/4 ton? Yeah, 3/4 ton Dodge pickup with a Cummins engine in it. She's a little old school here, ain't she? Gotta stand back. I'm standing up too close here. Yeah, he's a little proud. I mean, you can kind of see it in his face here. He's a little proud. All right, look at that, huh? I don't know much about these old girls, but she's a little golden, ain't she?
Oh
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is in nice shape for, oh, what the heck would it be? 22 years, 32 years old. Or, no, 28 years old. I can't get my math done here. Yeah. That looks frickin' nice, huh? You gonna fire it up? You gonna fire it up. Got, what is it? Got 33-inch tires on it. Oh, listen to that. 35-inch tires on it. Custom bumper. Was that bumper on there, or did you put that on there?
No, I bought it like that. It's not stock, but...
Listen to that, huh? Now, this probably wouldn't look so good if it was off by itself, you know? But being that, you know, this Ford is kind of making it look a little better and all, you know? So, this is my nephew's truck here. What year is this one? 16. And that is a 3/4 ton or what? 3/4 ton with a power choke in it. Big old 4-door. How many girls can you get in the back of that? Quite a few.
Yeah.
All of them is the right answer. You get all of them in there. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I have my truck like that. That one there is mine, and that's why I have mine all duded up so I can keep up with these young gents here. So that sounds sick as hell, doesn't it? Give her a little throttle there, bub. Oh boy. I think they call them hippie tears.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call them. Pour on some hippie tears, bud. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, get her done. this is quite nice. Old school, boys, old school. Got 315/70 R17s. Those are equivalent to 35-inch tires.
Yeah, they might be. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got Fitz's truck here. Yeah, custom grill in the front. Catching all the ladies. They're lady catchers, right?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna wish you had a 4-door so you could stock them in, you know. Put them in deep. All right, we're gonna get back to work here. We got my old Chevys over here. I gotta keep them parked on the other side of the road here. And we got Jared's truck and Joe's truck. All right, we've got the payloaders out of here now. And now the telehandler's in here. We've got a serpentine belt tensioner to put on this. And a new belt. This belt is walked sideways. It's got part of it is missing. And we've got a coolant leak here. I got to figure out what the heck is going on there. I don't know if that's a bad O-ring or a gasket. Joe's going to finish up the 7290. And we're going to get that rolled out of here. James is back here from getting parts, and what we learned about this hub, it's a different style hub that we haven't dealt with before. All he had to do was just pick up the pickup ring for the hub for the ABS sensor. Let me get this tipped over. So it's only the back axle that has your sensors in it, and just this would just pound on to there. So that's all we needed to do is just pick that up, and we're going to get that back together here shortly. So on to this frickin' thing. Alright, we have the right parts here now. Saturday morning. This is the same hub we had. All we needed to do is get this ring that pounds on to the hub. Now we can get back to what we were doing here last night. And I'm going to go ahead and set this hub on there. Grab your bearing, is up on top of the tire there. Yeah. Alright, there's that. Alright, you got that there. Where's your nuts?
All the nuts are
All the nuts are right here, right?
Yep.
All the nuts. You remember how they went?
That holy one first. The holy one.
No.
That's what I pulled off last.
No, this one would go first.
I went that, and then that one.
This one wouldn't have went first.
That's what I pulled. That's what I pulled off, and then I pulled that nut off, and then I pulled that off, and then I pulled this off.
So you got to go back on reverse order. So you put this one on first. The one that's got the peg on it goes on first. Okay? So we'll have to load this one. You got a that ratchet's right there. So we'll get this one like this. We're going to load this one. And then we can put this stuff on there. Okay? So. Oh boy. Okay, so there's that. off.
Is that 8320 getting hooked to that area?
Yeah. Yeah, get that 7200 unhooked from it. Bring that up here. Wow, hook that to the fertilizer spreader. We're just a little freaking delayed here. I've been screwing around with that telehandler. Alright, so there's that. Then you put this ring on there. Alright. You would have forgot. That's the trouble with not having parts within 15 minutes of tearing something apart, huh? You forget how it goes back together, right? Okay, so set this in there. And then of course didn't drop over the peg. Sometimes you can just flip this ring over and it will. Where is the peg? Let's see, I gotta turn it. I've gotta turn it a little bit, not much. Alright, let me see that guy. Alright, so that went right onto there.
The other ones are
Then, where's the other one here? Alright, so then, this guy goes on there. Not in the greatest shape, but I think it's going to be alright. So that's locked into that. Where'd you say your screwdriver was?
right down there in front of you.
Oh, okay. Now we'll just bend these collars out. They don't want to bend. I need a bigger
See the screwdriver? Grab the,
Alright, so got the bearing loaded into there. Then we're going to silicone up that axle. Send that into there, and then we got to start putting the studs. Pounding the studs in. Alright, we've got everything is all set. James running around it with a torque wrench now. Now they're going to get ready and they're going to move feed with this truck. We've got the John Deere truck's got something wrong with the clutch, so I've got to pull that in here in a little while. See what the heck is wrong with that. Joe is washing the telehandler. And I've got the serpentine belt all on there. We can revisit that after he's got it all cleaned up. Well, I'm just leaving the shop. I sent my nephew over to clean up some areas where we had rutted the ground pretty good onto some sod fields where I'd like to have it sprayed with Roundup. Things are just starting to green up here now. We ought to be able to do that here this week coming up. So I want to see how he's making out. So we'll check on him. He's using the potting or terrorizer disc to clean up some ruts and level some ground out so the guys, when they spray, they can move right along and not have to slow down for spots where we've crossed the field with the spreader. So we're going to go ahead and check on him and see how that goes. The ground is dry enough. We should be chisel plowing, but we're hauling manure and fixing stuff. So We could be out and about here, running chisels, but it's, well, we're just pulling in here now. Man, it is hard right here. That thing won't even dig in on this headland, it doesn't look like. It looks like we're gonna have to disc grip this headland right here. But he has got the load zone done. He is coming back through here a little bit, just in these spots here. There's some amount of manure over here. Right there is where the trolley tracks used to go through. That raised, kind of see the raised bed right there. But that's where the trolley tracks used to go through 100 years ago, or however long ago that was. So we're just gonna make a pass around here. There's about 100 acres right here. We just got done spreading manure on this Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday afternoon. So this is covered pretty good. This was hay here. It was hay for 4 years, and we've only had one other crop on this. We haven't owned this that long. We got some hedges to burn here. Alright, I'm back at the shop now. Joe's got this telehandler all washed. I had put this tensioner, serpentine belt tensioner on there earlier, and we've got this new belt on there. So, looks like we got the coolant leak taken care of. They ended up putting a new hose clamp on this radiator hose. So, he's got her cleaned up pretty well. He's just running it around with the grease gun right now, and I'm gonna get that thing buttoned up. I've got to vacuum the cab out and put some panels back on it, and I've got a bunch of wires up in the cab that I've got to zip tie and get them tidied up a little bit. So yeah, I haven't pulled the drawbar out of this yet either, so I got to do that and get this stuff finished up. Alright, we're getting ready to call it quits for tonight. It's Saturday night. I just pulled this truck into the shop. This truck, we move feed from the lower bunks and bring it up to the upper bunk, so it's closer to where we load feed. We end up doing it the night beforehand, and today while they were moving feed with this truck, the clutch pedal went limp on it. And I was hoping it was just going to be a pin in linkage or something, but it ended up being the throw-off bearing is all jacked up on it. So that's going to have to be addressed. Transmission's going to have to come out in order to get that fixed. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this video, folks. I want to thank you for watching. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't yet already. Thanks again, folks. We'll catch you at the next one.